Hi, my name is Jeanne Fisher, and I work with the high school students here at New Life. And all I ever wanted to be was a mom. We went through 4 years of infertility, and during that time, there were a lot of tears, probably the deepest, hardest tears that I've ever cried during that time. It seemed like everywhere I looked, every person was pregnant, and I was not, and that was really, really hard. They say that infertility is a really deep pain, and it's comparable to a cancer diagnosis. And yeah, that's not a fun thing to have. So we waited and we waited and we prayed and we prayed. And I really clung to Psalm 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. As we went through this, I asked God to remove this desire from my heart if this was not what he wanted for us. And he didn't remove it, and it just kept getting stronger and stronger. And it was a really hard prayer to pray to take that away when that was like the biggest desire that I wanted. I went to a women's retreat here at New Life, and this was probably 18, 19 years ago, so I don't remember the exact details, but Deborah Levine and I were talking, and I can't remember who it was, but one of us had either a dream or like a vision when we were napping or something, I can't remember, of me being a mom. And I remember like weeping with her about that. She was so sweet and supportive of me during that time, along with all of our family and friends. And I remember thinking that was God confirming the desire, and that was in line with his desire for our lives. And so it really gave me that confirmation and the hope that I needed to continue on. And I really clung to that for a long time. So lots of time went on. It wasn't my timing for sure. And as time kept going on and no pregnancy, I really started doubting God's timing and doubting his will for my life. It was a really tough time for us. And I don't know what happened, but something inside me just completely shut down. And I kind of took God and sat him on a shelf and just went through the motions of church. But it wasn't in my heart, and I was angry, and I didn't understand why I had prayed for this desire to be removed if it wasn't what he wanted, but yet he wasn't fulfilling that desire, and he didn't remove it. I started making some pretty poor life decisions during that time, and thankfully, I came back to God, and through IUI, my husband and I were able to get pregnant, and we had our beautiful daughter, Hallie. And this was 4 years into the diagnosis of the infertility. God's timing was perfect, of course. If it had happened earlier, I wouldn't have Hallie. I'm sure I would have another child that I loved equally. But my desire helped me with being present with my parenting and my reliance on God. It gave me compassion on others that were struggling through infertility and just able to really understand that. It showed me God's compassion on me, because even though I shut him out and I didn't trust him, he still gave me that desire of my heart that he had planted there, because his plans and his purposes never fail. And even when we do our best to mess them up, he still fulfills them. I always wanted 4 kids. I think my husband probably would be good with 2. But we thought we were getting a baby through fostering and a few years later, and God really closed that door, and he just kept closing all doors. And after that, I had gone through some health issues and stuff, and I knew that was why that had happened. But God, he led us into youth ministry. And the cool thing about that is I get to be bonus mom to a whole lot of students and teens, which I love. I get to mentor them, and I get to work with them and love on them and share Christ with them. And they're at my house all the time hanging out. So I get the loud noise and the fun of having all the teens at my house. And then I get to send them home, which is really great too. God gave Hallie what she needed. She I think needed to be an only child. That was what he had for her. And it has given us just a really sweet relationship, which I'm really thankful for. I am thankful for his faithfulness through all of this, and that even though things didn't turn out like I had planned, they're even better because they're just the way that God designed them to be. And that's perfect. So thank you.